deviantart. So previously on Cloudy with a Slight Chance of Dragons, our wonderful heroes still mingled in the town of Caradoom. The icy wasteland did not wait on them and created a good hazardous storm to cloud the judgment of everyone who thought good of any unhumans. And the purge in town commenced, and even the good guy, or at least he thought of himself to be so, Daneland, was subject to jail. Of course, Etix, still keeping her appearances as a small little girl who nobody pays too much attention to, managed to mingle away. Of course, Agratar did spend some time in hell, but didn't manage to break out of there. But now, there's a new player in town. The god of Chan, wonderful helper of our good gods, Daneland, Etix, and Agratar, decided to guide his former brethren, Luden, to them. And maybe Luden would give our guys a necessary advantage to proceed with the All-Father's quest, and they finally will manage to find the Chaos Champion. So, Luden, when you get down from heaven in your most unfortunate way, because some of the other gods conspired to kick you down for all the juicy and secret stuff you collected on them, you couldn't stop this from happening, of course. But the God of Chance has given you a new hope, a way to get back by helping those who are already on their way to regain their immortality. And now you find yourself in a dark cellar filled with rats and vermin clinging around to the walls of it. The stench of poop and piss is wreaking everything. Since your body is not immortal anymore, you can feel it even stronger. In one of the cells resides your brother, Daneland. How do you think you can help him out?
It's conscious, that I can tell.
He's in a cell. He's chained to a wall. He doesn't see you yet. So, what do you do?
Am I not also chained to a wall, I'm guessing?
Oh, you not. You are completely free and you are outside of the cells. So you're in a corridor in jail.
Alright, I guess, at first, since I know he can't, that he doesn't know I'm there yet, I'm probably gonna just get up and check the cell, the door.
Okay. It is locked. And Daneland, you hear somebody is trying to open the door. You're not sure who that is, but the figure seems to be familiar. Could you describe yourself for us, Luden?
Well, I guess pretty much from, like, if you see it from his perspective, you just see probably an average type human figure. Hooded, you don't see their face yet. We can probably guess of probably slightly heavy breathing that is probably covered by a mask or some kind of cloth. As this individual is trying to break open this door or trying to unhinge the cell.
All right.
But
You see that, Dalen. What do you do?
I'm trying to make a little noise, so I just ask with low voice, who's over there?
I look over to my the direction of where he's speaking. It is I, Luden. Things you awake.
Looks I am, but I was in a better condition before. Could you help me?
That, my brother, I'm trying to figure out. How long have you been here?
I'm not sure. I'm lost in time for some reason.
And there's no windows, I'm presuming.
No.
You can't see.
No.
So I also can't tell the time of day. I guess I'll ask him, have you come across the others? Do you know where they are?
They seems to be nearby. At least I feel them. But I'm a bit worried about my little panther. I cannot contact her anymore. Seems like he's out of this plane.
Well, I hope they know of your predicament. Well, our predicament now. Well, you rest up. I'll see if I can find a way to get us out of here. And I guess I just trying to see if I can find a way.
Okay. So how do you find a way? I mean, there's a couple of torches on the walls, but nothing to use as a lockpick.
Can I tell if there's weak spots in the gate itself? The door?
You could try to find one, yes. That would require some clever perception, so wisdom is your key. Let's see. Maybe you'll actually find it. Nope. Something happens. Let's see what does. Oh. Oh. So as you're trying to examine the locked door, you hear a voice coming from the top side of the corridor. Somebody yells, "Hey! Who's mingling down there?"
I immediately stop what I'm doing and be completely quiet.
Yeah, of course. And the voice continues. "Name yourself. I'm going down there. I'm gonna bring some sharp thing with me."
Is he actually coming down?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Do you have a place to hide nearby?
I mean, there's a whole bunch of cells.
I guess you should hide, and I'll call for this guy.
I guess I'll go see if I can find some place to hide for the moment. Maybe under a bed if it's actually above ground.
Okay, so you want to start trying to open cells. Yes.
Are they all locked or are they all open?
I mean, you can try them. Maybe there's some that are unlocked. Like, do you want to do that?
Yeah, might as well, because I need some place to hide.
Okay, so I presume you want to do it really quickly.
Yeah, and as quiet as that.
Yeah, that would require some dexterity, my man. So let's see how that goes. Okay, you can do it. But there's a bargain. Oh, that's a bad thing. So let me explain to you how it works. You can do it, but if you do, you're gonna warp your chance of actually getting to your goal, which in this case means your quest. So, do you do it?
So for my doing this will hinder me, if that's what you're saying.
Yes.
Question: is the way the guard is coming down, is he's coming through a door, or is this an open archway?
So, to describe it to you, there's a long open corridor with cells on either sides of it. You standing in the middle, checking on the door which leads to Daneland, and from the corridor to your left there's a voice, and there's a ladder there, well, not a ladder, a staircase that leads up.
Okay.
So right now you have to decide, do you just check on the other doors and do it silently, because you can do it, or do you forsake it and let yourself be seen?
I'm gonna try to see if I can do it again. Check the other doors. I don't want to be seen.
Oh, so if you accept the bargain, it's gonna come to pass. So you accept it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
I accept it.
good. So you accepted the bargain, and you do find a whole bunch of doors. Let's see, do you actually find the one that's unlocked? Let's check for that. No.
Oh my luck! I told you my luck was bad.
But you did do it silently, so the steps are not getting any quicker, but he is going down, and the steps seems to be heavy, as a person who has lots of armor. Or maybe he's just fat, and has a whole bunch of keys. You don't know.
I'm trying to make a noise with my chains
Okay.
and crying, "Do you have something to drink? I'm dying here."
The voice that becomes a bit stronger right now because he seems to be closer. He shouts, "Ah, not again! I'm not going to give you any food, you fools! Especially to you unhuman scums!" But he's still going down. Now, if you're gonna tell me who said that, I'm just gonna give the whooping and leave the everyone alone. So, who did that? And
I'm only one here, you know. No one come to visit me.
in several cells, as you step from one to the other, Luden, you saw some people. Not too many, around 5. But now that the guard is talking, some of them are getting closer. And they're trying to peek outside their cells. What do you do?
Let's see. I guess I'll try to go to the other. I mean, there's only one way to the corridor, right?
Yes. I mean, there's the end of the corridor with a torch there. I mean, you could go there, try to put down a torch, try to hide there, I don't know. You could do that.
Yeah. Could probably put out a torch if I can. And
Okay.
be
So you go to the end of the corridor, you pick up the torch from the wall, and you put it down.
Yeah, I try to put it out. Yeah.
Yeah, good. You do that, and you're staying in the shadows for now, but one of the guys in the cells says, "Where's the cell? Yeah, in this cell. He was shouting. Just punch him. He deserves it." The guard, who you, Luden, can see quite clearly because he carries a torch, walks closer to Danelin's cell, looks inside and says, "So you're the one buggering around about food and water?"
Yes, it's me. Can you bring me some water?
"Oh, I can bring you something, all right." And he starts to open the cell. Do you do anything, Luden?
Can I see the keys on his
Yes.
belt or anything on him?
He's basically holding them in his hands and he's starting to open the cell.
Can I tell if he has heavy armor or he's wearing leather?
He definitely has chainmail. You're not sure what's beneath it. Maybe there's some leather.
Okay, I guess... Should I mean, if I'm able to sneak up on him, right? As he has the cell open.
You can do that. So, do you want to sneak up on him as he's opening the cell?
Well, when he has the cell open and he's in the cell.
Okay.
It's,
Okay. So, this would require you to move really quick and silent. Because other cellmates can, for example, shout that, "Hey, there's another guy in the corridor." So you need to avoid that. I need you to do some dexterous movement, my man. Some really dexterous movement. Okay. Now that is some movement, alright? As the guard opens the cell and takes a step inside, he raises his hand, and Danelin, you think that he's about to smack you in the face. You see a familiar figure right behind him. That's Luden. So, what do you want to do with him, Luden?
I want to incapacitate him, if it's possible.
Incapacitate him? Yes, of course. But how would you want to do that? Do you want to knock him on the head? Do you want to choke him?
Yeah, I can choke him out.
Okay. So you grab him by the throat, you start choking him out. You see the surprise in his eyes as they widen, Danelin, and he's trying to grab for the shoulder of Luden, but he still has some godly power in him, so breaking this chokehold is not that easy. Some of the people in the cells are starting to yell like, "Hey, this guy, he's trying to escape, no!" And you understand, Luden, that they are not really your fans. And some of them may start shout even louder. What do you want to do?
I mean, I'm still in the process of knocking him out, right?
Yeah, he's almost down.
Okay, I guess I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and try to get Dalen out as quick as I can.
Okay. Just a
Because
silent chokehold from darkness coming from Luden, and then the guard just slowly limps to the ground. I presume you pick up the keys and get Danelin out of his chains?
Yes.
Good. The voices in the cells continue. There's just, "A jailbreak! A jailbreak! Would we get food? Come on!" So, Dalen, Luden, what do you do?
I think we better get out of here as soon as possible. Yeah, I'd like to thank you for saving me from these chains, my friend.
There's no problem. I presume that they had your things, since you don't have them on you. Do you know where they put it before they locked you up?
I have no idea, but we can return to the apartments we stayed in before. Maybe we'll find something.
Okay,
Do we have something on this guard? Some weapon or
Yes,
some other
yes,
things?
he definitely has a short sword, chainmail, a whole bunch of keys, a torch, a helmet, and a small bag of money.
Well, I think we should pick up something really quick, so maybe just sword and money. We have no time to take a chainmail or something else.
me and I'll keep the keys on me.
Okay, good. So you walk outside of cell. Do you proceed up the stairs?
Can we hear anyone coming down the stairs since they're making noise?
Not yet, but you can definitely hear the voices in the cells getting louder and just like, "Can't you hear us, fools? There's a jailbreak! They want to escape!" So yeah.
We should be fast enough to get out of here. So let's run, yeah.
Okay, so you run up the stairs and you find yourself near a big wooden door with a small keyhole. In your hand, Luden, you have a very big stack of keys. You're not sure which one is the fit.
Can I see if it's open first before I try?
Yeah, sure. It's open.
All right, then we walk. Then, I peek around the corner.
Nice.
You do open the door, and you see a small room with several shelves and a couple of crates. Maybe it's a storage room or something like that, you're not sure. It has 2 doors on either side, to the left and to the right. Probably one of them leads to your freedom.
Let's see. I guess you can check one door, Dalen, and I'll check the other.
Yeah, I think this is what we should do. I'll take the left one.
Okay.
Right.
So Danelan gets to the left door and puts his elven ear to it. On the other side, he can definitely hear mumbling growls of the guards as they're probably arguing with each other. One of them says, "I know you teaching, you scum. You can't win several parts at a time. It's not possible." "Oh, come on, you're just playing bad. It happens, bad luck." "Has nothing to do with luck. You won all my monies. What am I going to do?" "Ah, come on, I'll buy you a beer." "I don't want a beer. I want my money back." "Well, let's play again then." "Yeah, let's play again." "So what are you betting?" I mean, I have this ring. "Oh, since when do you have rings?" "Well, the chieftain gave it to me. You know, from all the magic items that they looted from the burnt tavern." "Huh. All right, I'll play you for a magical ring." And you, Luden, as you get close to the door, and you look into the keyhole, you see two guards standing near a window. There's definitely some daylight coming out of it, so you understand that right now is midday, closing to the evening. And one of them says, "So, have you heard about this guy?" "What guy?" "You know, the one in the tavern, in the Fisher Paladin, and he's been playing blackjack all the day, and he never lost." "What do you mean he never lost?" "He just keeps winning. I don't know. People say that he's blessed by the god or something. I don't know." "So how much money does he have?" "Oh, don't even think about it. There was one guy who tried to tell him that he has to pay his due to the chieftain, but he already hired a couple of goons to get him out of his chest, you know." "Yeah, and who did he hire?" "I think it was Namas and Kuchik, but any numhal in this damn place is gonna do anything for the money. Especially now during the winter. The merch is very bad. But these fruit guys, now they delivered something good in the town. Oh yeah, I like bananas. I like pineapples more." So guys, Danelan, Luden, what do you do?
I'm just keeping myself quiet and showing a sign that this is wrong door to follow on my side.
Okay, sure.
Through the keyhole, can I tell if the guards are facing the door since they're at the window?
No, they're not facing the door, they're looking out of the window.
Okay, I guess I gesture to Dalen that there's two guards on the other side of this door. And pretty much, what about that side?
I show him that I hit at least two as well on my side. I'm walking closer to him, and while I'm walking near these chests or crates,
Yes.
can I try to look inside one of them?
Yes, you can.
And what can I see?
I mean, it's locked.
So they locked
With big locks,
big locks,
which
okay.
have keyholes in them to open big locks.
And I might have keys to open big locks.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I just step closer and whisper to Luden. I'm not sure, but maybe some of our things are inside these chests. We can try to risk it and to try to open one of them, or we should run. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, I guess I whisper back. We're kind of caught between pretty much a rock and hard place at this second. But if there's something in those crates that can help us, if it's possibly your things, here you go. And I pass him the keys.
Okay.
Okay, I'm trying to open the lock.
Okay. Are you ready for it, my friends? I'm going to roll on how many keys there's actually on a keyhole. So there's going to be at least 2d8. So there's 8 keys. So you try the first key. Does it open it? No. At the same time, you can hear the guards continue the rumbling in the back room, probably starting another game of cards or something. And you, Luden, can take a peek outside the keyhole, and one of the guards says, "Oh, Wait, is that the guy? Where? Right there on the street. He's probably walking right here. Huh? Oh, yeah. Definitely looks like this guy. Oh, see? There's Damas and Kuchek right there. Why would he do it? And Dalen, do you do anything? Do you check another key?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Okay. Next key. No.
It's going to do so well.
It happens.
Yeah, of course. And at this point,
Here, all this looks the same.
let's see. Do they all look the same? Yes. I'm sorry, mate.
Okay.
And at this point, we're going to make a small jump to Etix, who is going to find herself in her great apartment in the Frozen Yak Inn with a good meal and a whole bunch of people just talking rubbish around her.
Oh, I'm excuse me. I'm in my apartment and people are around me.
You're in the inn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're in the inn, and you're eating. Probably
Mistake number one. I
lunchtime.
go take it to my room.
Oh, you don't want to eat with people? Okay, no. Sure. Don't worry about it. You grab your foods, and you get into the apartment. Some small time later, you hear a knock on your door.
Is there like a keyhole I could peer through? Like
Yeah.
that kind of keyhole?
Yeah.
I guess I peer through it. Does it? I mean, yeah. Does it look like the woman that I've been talking with?
No. You definitely see some rich clothes with some golden belt and some belt buckle. It resembles a lion of sorts.
Yeah. All right. So let me just double check what shit I got on me because this might escalate.
Okay, sure.
I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think. Do I have like a dagger on me?
You probably do.
Let me see though. Oh yeah, I have ornate finger blades. That's my item of my devotion. Okay. I think I slip those on and I just have it under my big sleeve, right?
Sure.
And I fold my hands quaintly after opening the door.
So you open the door, and on the other side, there's Robin, your wonderful peasant cook, in a full costume of a noble person who has immense riches. And to the left and to the right hands of him are two very well-built gentlemen. He greets you with a small smile and says, I heard your friend is in danger of sorts. I think I can buy him out of jail, you know.
So my memory doesn't serve me as well as yours potentially, but like he only knows me, right? Oh wait, Robin was the guy we saved in the cave.
Yes.
Right. I keep thinking I met him like
No.
village. I look to him and I say, like, yeah, I kind of like, I say, how do the two men look? Do they have weapons on them?
No.
Do they look at ease or do they look tense?
They look a bit tense. Just like typical bodyguards, like they're always a bit tense.
Yeah. I say, wow, you would do that for me?
Well, I presume if I save one of you, that would, that would count as a debt repaid, right?
Etix ponders this for a moment. I say, am I aware they got thrown into jail? Right? I'm
Yes.
totally aware of that.
Of
yeah.
course, yes.
It's been my memory is slippery as fish. Yeah, I guess I'll say I have confidence in him, but well, allow me to make my decision at the day's end. Will you?
Sure. I guess I'll just go to the jail, and when you decide, you'll just meet me there.
I say, oh, you've had enough fun at the inn?
Almost.
I say, very well. What time of day is it actually?
Oh, it's midday.
Okay. I say, yeah, I say, it is nice to see the fortunes fall upon you. I expect more greatness to come. Take care, and I wave him away with my hand that doesn't have the daggers in it.
Yeah, yeah. He nods, and he makes a similar wave to his bodyguards as he leaves.
Okay, I close the door, finish the meal, and I guess Etix contemplates. I mean, like, like one of the gods got thrown in jail. I expected to be able to get out, but how long? How many days has it been?
Right now, it's just a day and a half.
Yeah, I mean, like, Etix expects a little more. Okay, so what I am more concerned with though is
Yes.
I want to see if that paladin is around. I forget his name.
Oh. Well, he's not in your tavern, that's for sure, because he went to the Fishy Paladin Tavern.
Oh yeah, okay. I
Yes.
wrote that down.
Yes.
All right, so he's there, eh?
Yes. He's in another tavern. I mean, you can go there for sure.
Yeah, I totally can. I think I just want to spend time like kind of walking around, but making like diligent passes by the fish tavern. Like, I want to see basically like if there are windows in the tavern. Are there windows?
Yes.
I want to see if this paladin is imbibing anything as I make my passes.
Not really, no.
Okay, so are we presuming the time has passed?
Sometime, yes.
All right, so like, do I see him at all, like, amidst the others?
If you get inside the tavern, you mean?
Well, I mean, like, I imagine I was looking through the first floor windows as I walked by. So, like, is he amidst, like, just people sitting around? What's he doing? If I see him in there, that is.
Let's see. Do you see him in there? No.
Okay. I think I ask... Yeah, I just want to ask some passers-by if he's actually in there, since I don't see him in there.
Okay, so a guy walks by, and you ask him, is Fulgrim there? And he's just like, Fulgrim? Oh, you mean Paladin? Yeah, he was there. He was tending to the lady, what was his name? I don't know. Some weird lady, you know.
Are you
Never
talking about Greta?
What? No. Young lady. I mean, I kinda get him. She's kinda good looking, but I'm not sure. Maybe he has some paladin oaths or whatnot. He was just trying to heal her instead of, other stuff. By the way, what are you doing by yourself, girl?
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
I say, I'm a traveler.
What?
I just walk past him.
He looks at you weird, but continues.
Yeah, I think going into that. Yeah, I think I wanna. Yeah. Do I see Robin making his way to the jail or no?
I mean, by the time you walking around the Fishy Paladin Inn, he'd probably be around jail. Because
Okay.
the Fishy Paladin Inn is almost at the other end of the town.
Yeah, I want to make my way there.
Okay. So, as Dalen continues to check the keys, let's see if the third one actually works. Yes, it does!
Whoa!
And now it's a good and magical time to actually loot something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see if the fortune favors you. Loot. Oh, some monies. That's good. So 40d10 of monies for you, coming right up. Oh, 228. Several jewels for you.
Okay, I pick it up and give it to Luden.
Oh, you give me the money?
Yeah, he gives you some jewels.
Alright, I put it in a pouch in my waist.
Sure.
I'm still more focused on the guards on the outside of the door.
Yeah, the guards are just continuously rambling about themselves. They're just like, what's this guy doing here? I don't know. Maybe we should ask him. Yeah. I'm gonna ask him. And one of them starts to move towards the door. Luden, Daneland, do you do anything?
I guess once I see the guard coming towards the door, I pretty much reach out, pat behind me to Dalen, and gesture that one's coming. Is there nowhere to hide in here, or?
Oh, he's not going towards your door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's walking towards the exit door to greet the guy who's outside.
Oh, okay. That
Yes.
makes sense now.
Yeah. So, now that you know, what do you do?
I guess instead of doing all that, I guess pretty much just tell him that one of the guards went down to the exit, which I'm guessing at this point. So is he still looking through crates at this point, or?
I don't know, Dylan. Do you still look through crates? Do you want to check other keys?
How many crates we have?
I mean, you have 6 crates and 2 very big wardrobes.
Are the wardrobes locked, or?
Yes, they are.
Oh, they're locked as well. Okay.
Yeah, I failed to find anything useful, actually. At least what I hope for. So I am a bit disappointed at the moment and thinking about leaving this crate alone.
Okay, you can do that. So, Luden tells you about the guard moving. What do you do?
I come closer to Luden and whisper to him, maybe we should wait while he is alone and attack him.
Yeah, I had the same idea. In the meantime, if you haven't found your stuff, if you want, you can keep looking if you desire to. You seem to be okay at the second.
Yeah, I tried wardrobe if I can. So, still trying to pick the right key.
Okay, so what are you trying to open? Do you want to open a crate or a wardrobe? What do you want to open?
I'm trying wardrobe this time.
Wardrobe. Okay. You try one of the keys. Nope.
Oh, no luck.
No luck. And as you try to open it, you can hear a muffled scream coming from down from a jail. It sounds like, "There's a jailbreak, you morons!" And in the room that you heard guards playing some game, you hear some rumble. Like furniture being moved around very quickly. You hear that too, Luden.
Oh, is that loud?
Something is definitely happening in the next room. You're not sure what. You can get close to the door.
It's dark. Is this room? Can we hide in some dark corner here?
Are there any dark corners? Let's see. Yeah, there's some dark corners.
At least. Okay, I am hiding.
Oh, you straight up, you get into a corner. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I guess I can hide behind the door. You know, when it does it
okay.
look like it swings
No,
inward or outward?
no.
Okay.
Doesn't look like anybody's opening the door. And in a room where there's ruckus, you can hear somebody screams like, "You damn cheater! I'm going to smack your face out of this fucking wall!" So yeah, there's that. And as you look through the keyhole into the other room, one of the guards already opened the exit door and promptly left the building, as the other one seems to have overheard the ruckus or the screams from the jail, and he is moving towards the door that you're looking through. Daniel is already scouring in a corner. What do you do, Luden?
If I see he's pretty much coming towards the door, I see if I can find a spot myself to hide.
Okay. Let's see. Is there enough space for you two in the shadows? No.
Oh.
I mean, you can think of something, I'm sure.
How big? Oh God, how big is the crate that they opened before?
You're thinking of, can you fit into the crate, right?
At this very second, yes.
Yes. Can you fit into the crate? No.
Of course. Okay. I'll try to hide behind the door if that he's opening.
Okay. That would be really interesting. Does the door open to your side? Yes.
Okay.
Good. So as he opens the door, he walks inside, and you can hear the ruckus continues in the other room and some curses, and like, "Oh, you're going cheater, you fool! This isn't a magic ring!" And he seems to be paying more attention towards the room with the ruckus, and he's stopping square in the middle of the room that you are both in, and he's shouting, "Knock it off, you two!" And you can hear for a second there, Ruckus stops, and the door to the other room creaks. It doesn't open yet. Luden, what do you do?
I might lose again real quick. I feel I might have to use it.
Okay.
Oh, well, I have to stay out of the light, so let's not. But am I in darkness?
Not really. The darkest corner is taken by Daneland, so...
Sucks.
So yeah, basically, if the guy opens the door, he would definitely see you. But right now, nobody sees you because the only one
Okay,
who could, he's not looking towards you. He's looking to the outside.
Alright, can I... really don't want to kill him yet. Is there a way that I can just go around the door to the other side where the opening that the guard just walked through? And
Yes.
hide against the nearest wall?
Yes. There's definitely a way, but you have to do it quickly. And that would require some dexterity, man. Okay, you can do it, but there's a bargain. You'll be put in a bad spot.
I'm not already in a bad spot.
You don't know that. So, do you accept it? Or do you want to stay with the situation you are right now?
I mean, if I like squat down, let's just say, can I like just hide behind the guy to block the line of sight? use his body as a block of me.
You can definitely try it. Do you want to try it?
Oh, screw it, why not?
Okay, so you promptly move behind the guard as the door opens, and you can see other two guards in a sort of a brawl lock, keeping everyone at some distance. They're looking at the mate here, and one of them shouts, "Don't intervene! He's a cheater!" And the other one shouts, "He owes me money for this raid, it doesn't work!" And Dalen, your keen elven sight, from your point of view, definitely gives you a good perspective. That's your ring. That's your magical ring that can enhance the power of your shots.
I'm thinking to myself, oh, at least one sin, and I cannot take it right now. But at least I know where it is.
So you definitely see Luden right behind one of the guards, just squatting, just close to the ground, like you're not sure what he's
I have
doing.
a plan. I'm not just squatting for nothing.
He's trying to do something, but you're not sure what.
That's a reason for reason.
Oh, okay. Cool.
They cannot notice me here, right? I am hiding.
Not you, no.
Yeah.
But one of the guys who are brawling each other says, "Hey, what's that behind you?" And the guy looks back. He doesn't immediately see you, Luden, because you're squatting. He takes a glance, and he glances at them back like, "What?" And he's like, "Right, down there." What do you do, Luden?
I immediately touch him.
Okay, you do touch him. So,
I'm gonna use puppet strings.
yes. How do you want to use it?
See how many. I don't know how many comments I can have him say.
What do you mean?
I can pretty much, when I touch them, I can plant comments in their head.
Oh yes, I know, but that does require a roll.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I wonder. It's saying, like, I guess I can continuously, as long as I'm touching him, I can pretty much have him say almost what I want, right? I'm guessing.
Technically, yes. How it works basically is you use your magical powers to voice a command. If he doesn't follow the command, well, that would give him damage. So you understand that, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so we'll end on this. Let's see. Oh, I have one hold.
Yes, you do.
Um,
So what are your commands? What are you telling him?
I guess I tell him to look back at the others, tell him you see nothing, and see. I'm gonna see if I can get your ring back, Galen, if possible. And tell them, one of the guards to take off his ring and throw it to him. I guess to the guard.
Uh-huh. Okay, so you tell that to him. He looks at you. He's like, what? His mind is a bit murky, but he doesn't really understand why should he listen to you. And he doesn't really want to. So, do you want to give him some incentive?
You want me to roll again?
No. You have one hole. You can use it to deal damage. Do you want to do damage to him? Or do you want to talk to him and basically try to persuade him?
I mean, let's see, I probably can talk to him. I might tell him this, like, oh, you will have the ring if they give it to you, and the ring is really powerful, then they can comprehend or use it. You probably have a better use of it than they do.
He's just like, that makes sense. He looks back at them. And they definitely, right now, they stopped fighting and they're just looking at him, just talking to a squatting man. And then he turns around and he says, hey, I think you should toss the ring to me. I can use it well. And the guy with the ring is just like, what? What type of nonsense are you talking about? Why would I give you my ring? And he's just like, because I would use it better. You know? And he's just like, what's wrong with you? And who's that? And they definitely just lose their hands and they're walking out of the room. Luden, what are you doing?
I guess I'm waiting till they come closer and try to attack from behind.
Okay, so you're waiting. Luden, what do you do?
mean, I'm guessing they already see me by this point, like
Uh,
very clearly,
yeah.
or they
They
a
see
silhouette.
something. They don't immediately understand that you are a human-like person who gives commands to their friend, but they definitely see something.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to let go yet. I don't know how he's gonna react. So, I'm also gonna wait till they get closer.
Okay. So the guy you are holding your hand on, he looks back and he says, they don't want to give me a ring.
We'll fight them for it,
Why would I fight them?
because they won't give it to you. It's rightfully yours.
Oh, it is?
Yes, fight them for it.
Oh. And he looks back at them and he says, hey, the ring is actually rightfully mine. I can even fight you for it. And the other two, they're starting to just make a wide arc around him, trying to see what's behind. And one of them gets close to Danelan. What do you do, Danelan?
Well, I guess it's good time to jump from behind to him.
Okay. What's your goal here? What do you want to do with him?
Just to smack him in his hand.
Okay, what do you smack him with?
I guess I have a sword.
Yes, you do.
Picked up from
Do
another guy.
you want to decapitate him?
Yeah.
Okay, you do so. In one single swoop out of the shadow comes Danelan, beheading one of the guards. A rush of blood bursts into the air as it sprinkles over the face of the controlled guard and some boots of the guard who's standing to the next side. Shocked for a moment, he yells, "Alarm! Alarm! There's someone here! They want to kill us, damn you!" And he tries to rush past you, Luden, towards the door behind you. Probably to the exit. Do you want to do anything?
Well, if I'm able to move the guard in front of me, I pretty much will use him to block his way.
So, what you wanna voice a command? What do you want to tell him to do?
Stop the guard from running past and hold him. And cover his mouth to keep him quiet.
He's probably just, why? Because he's in a kind of a haze. He doesn't really understand why is he doing what he's doing. He's trying to understand.
I know it's making it difficult.
Yeah, he is. Do you want to give him some damage?
You won't even hurt this guy.
I don't. I mean, Danelan just decapitated an innocent guard. It's just, come on.
They hold me for no reason.
I guess I can say that if I did, let's see, I can tell him why that you'll get in trouble if he gets the rest of the guards because you. Oh, what can I say to make it make sense?
And he's just like, okay. And he grabs the guy by the shoulder as he's running past. And he's just like, don't go there. We'll get into trouble. And he's just like, unhand me, you fool. We're already in trouble. And he's trying to get away. He's in the sword swing reach from you, Luden, if you want to do anything.
Let's see. Uh, is he facing like his back towards me?
No.
So he actually sees me. Or
Yes.
he's looking.
Right now he's more concerned by getting away.
Okay. See, I don't think I have.
I'm jumping to the next guy.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
It's a ranged weapon right now.
So, do you want to kill him before he gets away, Dainlin, I presume?
Yes, I cannot stop myself anymore.
Okay!
I feel like Agrata with the sword right now.
Okay! Bloodthirsty Dainlin coming right up. Okay, so you get close to him as the other guard is holding his hand. He's not in the best position to protect himself. Like, what do you want to do? Do you want to
Thrust
murder
him
him?
with a sword.
Okay, so you thrust the sword straight into his belly. He makes a gulping sound like. What do? Do you drive the sword up to his neck, or do you drive it sideways to let his guts out?
I think up.
Oh yeah. You drive the sword up towards his throat, ending in a small burst of blood as he's gulping from the whole bunch of red liquid pouring into his lungs. And as he's drowning in his own blood, he slowly collapses to the floor. The other guy, who's holding his hand, he just looks at him. Then he looks back at you, Luden, and he says, does it mean we're not in trouble anymore?
No, it doesn't.
Oh God, we're still in trouble! What do we do?
Pretty much as you say that, I just immediately like choke him out.
Okay, you're choking him out as he's trying to say like, oh my God, we're still in trouble. What do we do? What do we do?
Nice.
And you can hear a creak of the door. Probably the door that leads to the exit. And some footsteps.
I close the door. We are nearby.
Okay. You do close the door. And you can hear some speech right behind the door. And it's just like, well, if you want to stay here and you brought something to eat, then sure. Like, I put it on the table here. And the other voice says, yes, thank you. So, now, Master Kuchek, just make yourselves at home. We'll just wait here until the evening, if it needs to be like that. And you, my friend, help yourself to a wine. Are you alone here? Of course not. I think my mate went to check on the cells. Just give me a second. I'll fetch him up. Sure. We'll prepare the meal. And you can hear footsteps walking close to the door.
Do we only hear one pair of footsteps, or both?
You can hear one pair of footsteps going to the door. And if you look through the keyhole, you would see that only one guard moves towards the door. And there's 3 people in the room. One of them looks really well dressed, with a whole bunch of gold in his clothes, and he's sitting behind a table. And the other 2, very well built gentlemen, they put a bunch of foods on the table, some fruit, some meats, and a couple of big mugs of something. You're not sure what. So what do you do?
Well, he definitely is going to notice all these bodies.
You think?
Possibly.
I put sword in the hand of one of the corpses.
Let me
hide away.
let me just check on. Does the blood from all the senseless murder that Daneland just did pour out of the door? No, it doesn't. So yeah, he's definitely moving towards the door.
Yeah, I just put the sword to the hand of one guy and
Yes.
hiding in the shadows.
Yeah. Good work.
Yeah, I want to get into the shadows this time.
You want to get into the shadows, but there's only one place.
You can go downside or maybe in another room.
Yeah, I'll just go into the other room and find a place to hide in there.
Okay, you go into the other room. The guy opens the door. For a second, there's silence. And another second, he's just like, by the gods! There's a jailbreak! And he runs out. You're not sure where he's running out, but he's definitely leaving the building. Like, do you do anything?
Since I'm in the other room.
Do you see any exit in this another room? Maybe some window?
Nope. No other exits. Only one exit. That's a jail, remember.
Is he already in the next room where the other 3 people are in?
Yes, he basically opened the door. There was a whole bunch of blood and decapitated people, and he ran away, as a very sensible person would do. So,
are those 3 people in the room also running away?
not yet. Like, do you want to go check on them?
Yeah, I'm trying to take a glance.
Okay, so you're taking a glance there. All of them are getting from the table. The one who's shorter and most well dressed is just like, it doesn't look good. We should go out. Watch out back, go check. And they starting to move outside, leaving through the open door. And you can start to hear the bell ringing. Like dong, 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 dong. What do you do?
Well, I guess I'm picking up my ring and running through this open door outside.
Okay, you pick up the ring and you start to take pace outside. Luden, you see Daneland doing this. What do you do? Do you follow him?
Well, that's the only exit I have to.
Okay, so you run forward, and Etix, I presume you're with us, right?
Yes.
Good. So as you're moving towards the jail, you can already see its silhouette in the distance, but for some reason, you see the big bell on top of it starts ringing. It doesn't look good.
Okay, so the bell starts ringing.
Yes. That can only mean one thing. There's
alright,
alarm.
So like, if I see the so do I see the bell before it actually starts? Like, do you see it move? Right.
Yes.
Basically, what I'm asking is, can I cast silence on it before the first ring is rung?
Oh, it's not that big of a bell.
Oh, I thought it was like everybody in the town could hear it, right?
No. It's not that big, but it's a quite a good bell. There's definitely everyone in the jail would hear that.
Yes. Next question is like, how many people are just milling about outside, and how many guards are there?
From your point of view, you're about like maybe 3 or 4 houses away from the jail. So there's several guards, not too many, maybe 3 or 5. Some people middling around, not too many. Most of them are probably sticking closer to the midtown or to the walls where the most craftsmen are.
Okay. So not too many guards for my position. And how are they reacting in the short time that I'm observing them?
Well, if they hear the bell, they would definitely look there.
All right. So, um, yeah. So just to clarify, I still have my word of recall up, right? At least that's what I have written down, because it's still forgotten and it's obvious. And that was in the cart, yes.
Yes, I'm not sure it works like any number of times. I think it's one shot, one cast, right?
Correct. And I don't think I've used it yet.
You used it to recall yourself from the lake.
Okay, so another day has passed then, right? Or has it another day? Because I ate, and last I remember I was eating at
I mean, if you really want to just skip the time and say that you cast another word of recall, sure, no problem.
No, so I just trying to understand how much time has passed since last session, right?
Yeah.
Because I was eating with the peasants, and now I was in my tavern.
Yeah. Since the last session, that would be half a day.
Okay, cool. So it's the same day. All right, got it. You're gonna notice, and yeah, I think I wait. I'm gonna wait outside. I can't. Yeah, I think I just watch with anticipation.
Okay. So you move closer, I guess, to see what's happening there, actually, right?
I am only really interested about the entrance of the building.
Yeah, I know. So in order to see the entrance, you need to move closer. That's what I'm saying.
Sure.
Okay, so you move closer, and you see as Robin, accompanied by his trusty goons, leaves the building, and promptly, Daneland rushes outside, followed by none other than Luden. You don't immediately recognize him, but his figure is familiar. So, Daneland, you rush out. Do you get close to the guy with rich clothes? Or do you run past him?
I run past him.
Okay, so you run past the guy with rich clothes. You see several guards standing in the streets, looking towards you. And you can see a small figure in a big robe. Looks pretty much like Etix.
Yeah, I'm running towards him.
That's a her, but okay.
Thank you very much. But I see this. So how does Dalen look? Is he like just naked for the ring?
He is almost naked. He's in ragged clothes, barefoot, with his ring in his hand. He's looking like Gollum.
Okay, alright.
He's running towards you, and Luden, you run outside. You see just Daneland running as fast as he can. You're not sure towards where he's running, but what do you do?
I mean, I don't recognize Edith this second, right?
Not yet. Just a small figure in a very big robe. You're not sure what that is. It may be just a small girl who's really, really afraid of cold. Could be.
I guess since I don't recognize her yet, I run pretty much with Dale and catch up to him and saying, "We have to go, we have to go, we have to go."
Yeah, you're running really fast towards Danelan, but between you and Etix, Danelan, there's a whole bunch of guards. Like, what do you want to do?
Oh, I thought it was a clear pass.
No, it's not clear.
Okay.
I mean, there's not too many of them yet, but there's a bunch.
I'd like to pick up the most clear way around the guards if it's possible and run past them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Oh, really?
Anymore.
Okay.
I did for today already.
Sure. So you want to run around them. Okay, that would require some dexterity.
Okay.
Let's see if it works. And it does.
So he's trying to make it to me, is this
Yes, basically.
correct?
Right now he's making the craziest acrobatic maneuver, basically Jackie Channing his way from one guard to the other, rolling through their backs, sliding between their legs, and bunny hopping his way right next to you.
Yeah. Alright, so like, how many guards? Just give me a number. Like, I want to know exactly, like, is it 20? Is it 10? 5?
Ah, you really want the number. Okay.
I want a number.
It's at least a 10, plus, I say D12. 11.
Okay. So, like, yeah, you make it to Etix before she could really do anything. What do you do?
I mean, there's still a case of Luden, who saw all this weird trickery from Daneland. Like, right now he's standing next to a small figure in a big robe, and he looks quite happy with himself. You're not sure why, but hey.
I mean, the guards obviously were reacting to him doing this, right?
Oh yes, yes. They're definitely trying to grab him. Some of them even trying to chop him, but none succeeds.
Do I see them, the two of them running away, or they're still standing?
Let's see. Does he see you running away? Etix, Danelan, what do you do?
Well, I'm close to Etix. I'm just crying to him, we better run. And run past him.
That's a she.
Yeah, Etix is female, damn it. So, Etix slaps you. No, I'm kidding. I think, yeah, you say, like, you have to run. Is that what you say? I just want to clarify what you
I'm
said.
saying we better run.
Yeah.
So he has to run. That's what he said?
He said, we'd better run, and I presume he starts running.
Yeah, okay. Alright. I think, like, Etix just backs away from him as if he just said nothing. Like, as if he's trying to keep away because he might stab me, right?
Yeah.
Like, she needs to look, like, not associated with them.
Yeah, I know. So, Damon, do you run?
Yeah, I'm running.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hide.
So, let's see. You wanna outrun all the guards, I presume? That would require some dexterity. Definitely.
Wow, okay. How many guards are running towards me right now?
Right now, 11.
Oh, all of them?
Yes.
Oh, great.
You just made fool out of all of them. They tried to catch you, but they couldn't, and right now they're pissed.
Okay, nice.
Oh yeah! They have nothing on an almost naked Daneland. They have nothing on you. You just easily run out of sight and try to hide between the houses, and you end up jumping on one of the roofs with some straw, and they just run past you. But, Luden, some of the guards from the other side are running closer, and they're starting to shout like, "What happened? Why was alarm? What's happening?"
But immediately when I hear that, I'm just running, not trying to find a different exit to get out of the town.
Okay.
Not the same way that Dalen did.
Oh, you want to get outside of a town. So let me make you a small perspective. So, first of all, there's winter. Second of all, it doesn't really look like there's too much good things happening, and I'm just gonna cue some Frozen Waste music for you. Because, hey, you are in Frozen Wastes. So, if you want to get out of the town, sure, you can run outside of the town. I'm not sure it's gonna be a good thing, but yeah.
Oh, I just presumed that's where Dalen was going to be.
Oh, okay, sure.
So I'm just pretty much saying like, oh, he's running. He's probably going to leave town, or because people are going to be looking for him. I'm just.
Yeah.
He didn't say where he was going. So
Yeah.
it's just
Okay.
me
Okay.
guessing
So you just wanna run.
to get away from the guards. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That would be dexterity. Loose the guards in the maze of small streets and shaggy houses.
Boom.
Yes, you
At this
definitely
point,
do
you're
that.
just abandoning the scene. You don't just want to be near the prison anymore.
Yeah, yeah. So does Robin and his goons, and he gets stopped on the way there, and one of the guards ask him, like, "Sir, what happened to you? Did you see anything?" He's just like, there's definitely some killed guards in there, and definitely some people escaped. I'm not sure who, but there's definitely some people escaped. One of them ran there. And he points in the direction that neither of you ran. So yeah. That's what's happened.
I'm gonna try to meet up with Robin, eventually.
Yeah, yeah. You stalk him a little bit. Finally he notices you. He closes the distance. He looks down at you and he says, "I'm not really sure what happened there, but you know."
I say, well, you didn't buy them out, that's for sure. I
Well,
say, oh, good.
I tried, but I guess they didn't want it to go this way. I heard they killed some guards. That's a very bad thing.
I say, of course. I say, yeah, I say, well, we won't be staying here very long. But one of my friends is ill-equipped now for the harsh winter. Could you spare some coin to at least clothe him and perhaps arm him? Then you may consider your debt paid.
I was like, sure, I could do that, but how are we gonna give it to him? Like, do you know where he would run?
Etix frowns. She says, I have not thought that far, but I expect to. Well, I anticipate he'll bump into me in the coming days.
One of the goons scratches his head and he says, there's not too much wind right now. We could just track him, you know? Robin looks up and he says, oh, good idea, Kuchek. Do you know how to read tracks? Yeah, I'm a good hunter. Oh, that's a good thing, Kochek. That's a good thing. So, sure, let's try that.
I follow contently. As I walk with him, I want to ask if he's ever played one of his games with I want to say Luther. Who's the paladin?
Fulgrim.
Fulgrim. I'm gonna write it down. Don't worry.
Okay. So you're saying did he play with Fulgrim? Uh, yeah, and she's saying, nah, not really. Actually, he was the one who stopped me from playing. Well, not me. Everyone else, pretty much. He brought some weird lady with himself and said that he demands everybody to just clear the place out so he could heal her and stuff, and just... He broke the mood, you know? No good game after that.
I think to myself, because Etix does have healing magics. Like, I mean, this seems pretty absurd that you have to clear an entire room, yes? Like,
Yes.
You know? Okay. I say, do you know this woman or where she came from?
I don't know. He just brought her. He was carrying her on his shoulder. She was unconscious.
I shrug, and we continue to search.
Okay. Danelin, where do you actually go?
I think I wait while guards running past me,
Yeah.
and as soon as I feel safe, jump back and trying to seek the way to meet Etix I saw before.
So you going back?
Yeah.
Okay. So at some point you would see a shriveled big figure who's looking down at the tracks that you and guards left. And as you stop to examine what the person is, you immediately see behind him the well-dressed man, the other big person, and Etix.
Yep. I step closer to them,
Okay.
and I guess I hail Etix again.
Yeah. And as you walk closer, the big figure just turns around and says, "Here's your elf. I found him, see? Do I get a reward?" And Robin says, Yes, of course, you'll get something. Don't worry, Kochek. Let me think of something. Oh, yes. And he takes off his fur cloak, and he hands it to you, Danelin. Put this on, and don't forget the cowl. We don't want your big ears to be seen.
Oh, most generous from your side. Thank you.
Sure. So, is there anyone else we need to find? And he looks back at Etix.
So I recognize Luther, right?
Yeah, you recognize him. And he's Luden, but okay.
Luden. Sorry.
Yeah.
I say, there was another you were accompanied by, yes, Danelin?
Danelin!
She snaps her fingers in front of his face.
Yes.
There was someone else with you?
Yeah, we have a Luden with me.
I look back and forth. He's the god of secrets. We know this,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
He probably ran another direction.
I say,
I ask
And say-
a well-dressed man, don't you see where he was running to?
I did see where he was running to, but there was a whole bunch of guards. Kurchak, can you try to read his tracks also? I can try. Would I get another reward? Yes, you will. Don't worry. And Kurchak proceeds to get to the trail. He follows it for about 50 meters or so, and then it gets lost in a whole bunch of other tracks. And now we switch to Luden, who is heretically running through all the small streets and corners. Do you want to get outside of the town, Luden?
Do I get
There's
do
a
I,
very
I-
big
I
wall.
still fight.
I mean, there's a very big wall that circles around the town. So if you want to get out, you would have to cross it somehow. Nobody is chasing you at the moment.
Well, I guess I'll stay near the edge of the wall, pretty much sticking to the shadows if I can find an opening that probably doesn't require me climbing this whole wall.
I mean,
See if
you,
I can
you,
find
you
an
can
exit.
start moving alongside the wall and look for any type of gates. Okay, that would be the thing. And yes, as the path gets lost in the snow, Kochek looks back at you and he says, does any of you know how to read tracks? I mean, I know how to get here, but I don't know how to get further than that.
I looked at Danelan.
Yeah, let me try it, guys.
Yeah, well, let's give the elf a chance.
As he does, I say to Danelan, I say, "Did the father send an assassin? Is that why Luden is here?"
I'm not sure right now. We better ask him later.
Okay.
We should
So?
find him first. So I'm trying to
Wisdoms.
find the trail. Yeah. Oh.
That's
Okay.
good enough. You definitely get to where the trail ends, and it ends right next to a wall. It gets to the place where there's not too much snow, and you can't really read the tracks, but you definitely know that Luden got to the wall.
Yeah. I told everyone that I think he was here quite a moment ago, and he probably walks around this wall, maybe trying to find a way out of the city.
Can
So-
I like, maybe I see something that he doesn't. Can I like, observe our environment to see where maybe he went?
Yeah, you can try to find out, did he go left or did he go right, basically.
Yeah. Can I roll?
Yes, you can. Okay.
So I guess my question is, yeah, what here is useful or valuable to me?
There's definitely some small trail on the wall. Seems somebody touched it recently. And it's on the left side. So it could be Luden.
Yeah, I say, I think he went this way. There's something here, and I gesture like lazily to the mark on the wall.
Yeah, and then you can definitely pick it up, and you can see that there's some small, very insignificant detail, but you managed to notice it right now with help of ethics. Maybe you can track him by it, you don't know.
Okay, yes, I'm trying to follow this track.
Let's see how that works.
The same way.
Yeah, definitely sometime after, with a quick pace, you manage to see the hooded figure in the distance. And Luden, your sixth sense gives you a little tingle as you feel that somebody is following you. What do you do?
I guess in reaction, the closest thing that comes to my mind is that they're probably following my tracks in the snow, obviously.
Yeah.
So I probably will look to see if is there a way I can get higher ground.
I mean, you can try to climb on a wall.
Is there like houses or like?
Yes, there are houses. Yes.
Can we see him?
Yes, right now you can.
Is he in shouting distance?
I mean, if you shout really loud.
I mean, yeah. I like nudge Danelin and I say, he's right there. Call him over.
I'd like to shout and to wave my hand. Shout his name, Luden, and wave my hand. Probably he can see me.
Yeah. As you pondering on what to do, Luden, in the distance, the figure in a fur cloak waves you a hand and shouts your name. What do you do?
Do I still see do I see Balin?
I'm not naked anymore.
Yeah, he's not naked anymore.
Alright, so but do I recognize him from pretty much this distance?
This distance, not quite. You can presume that it probably be Daneland, because nobody else is gonna know who you are.
Can you see the glint of his ring?
Can he hear my voice?
Yes, he can hear your voice because you were shouting.
Yeah, probably he can recognize my voice.
Could be, could be.
So, I guess that's just I see him and recognize him, obviously.
Yeah.
I walk over.
Alright. So, you're finally united.
Oh.
What do you do?
I say, okay, so like as we've been looking around, you know, like are the streets rife with guards like running around like talking about there are some escapees, they look like this, blah blah blah.
Not here.
So like we started at the prison, right? And we moved out to this spot. Did we experience that at all?
Not really, no. There was definitely some guard running around, but not too many.
Right. I think the first thing Etik says is we need a place to stay. Fast.
We can go to the Fishy Paladin Inn, says Robin.
Isn't it cleared out by the Paladin?
I mean, yeah, but
guys,
people...
Is this a paladin who saved a girl who wants to kill me?
What? The girl wants to kill you?
Yes.
That's weird. Why would she want to kill you?
Well...
I mean, why do I ask? You just murdered 2 guards in cold blood, but...
Etik dryly chuckles.
Like, never mind. I just...
I say, Robin, you don't really need to come stick around with us. It's very dangerous for you, but leaving the coin would be most helpful for my friend here.
He's like,
Or maybe some clues of where my possessions are, because I have my equipment,
your possessions?
Yeah.
Oh, most of them were probably stored in prison. Some of them probably taken by the chieftain. I presume you had a lot of magical items on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
This stuff is valuable. But, let's see here. And he looks around himself. He picks up a big bag of coin. He gives it to Edix. And he says, I think that would be enough. You should get to your friends in a fruit wagon.
I jostle it and I say, yeah. I say to him, if this is the last time we speak, I wish you well, Robin. And I turn to Daneland and I say, well, if you can't find your things, then perhaps we could get some manlings equipment with this. And I say, well, we can try that. The fishy tavern or the fishy inn. I'm sure the woman is in a innocuous state. Perhaps it was cleared out, but I'm not sure he'd welcome our presence. There are other inns, but I think we should move quickly. Word spreads fast.
Okay. Good thoughts. I'll follow you.
Very well. And I guess I lead them to the inn that I was staying at.
Frozen. Yes, frozen yak.
The frozen yak. I think, I don't think we have any. God. I want to go, like, maybe 60 paces ahead of them.
Okay.
Yeah. And I guess, like, yeah, I go inside. Like, what is the atmosphere like inside the inn if I get there?
There's several people in there, not too many, maybe around 5. It's daytime. Nobody's here. Everybody has some work to do. There's a couple of guards in there talking to the barkeep, asking him things. You're not sure what.
Okay. Yeah. Like, I think before I had entered the inn, I would have told him, like, if something was wrong, I would just open the door and, like, walk out, right? So, yeah. The guards are talking to the woman. I guess I, like, approach the bar to hear what they're talking about, as I presume the others follow me.
So, they asking her, like, did you see any unhuman stuff in here, the elves or other thingies? She's like, not really, no. I mean, there was something weird. I think it was a really hairy dude, Maybe he wasn't really human, but maybe he was just really hairy.
Alright, at this point, I turn back to escort the others, assuming they make it to the frozen yak, to my room.
So, you just wanna straight up walk through the inn?
Well, yeah, I walk to the counter, I kind of pause, I hear this, I turn back to the door.
Yeah, okay. So, you walk close to the door, and you, Daneland and Luden, you're greeted by Etix from the entrance. And I presume you wave towards the staircase?
Yes.
Alright. So you get up into your room, where there's no frozen wasteland to be heard. So we're gonna mute it down.
Awesome. Okay, we made it to the room. I didn't think we'd get this far, Serge. All right, yeah. So I close the door, and I say, yeah, I guess I say like, we've been here for too long, and I think I'm like locking the door as I say this.
Yeah.
And I look to Luden, and I say, "What can you do?"
What can I do? I just got here. I don't know the situation you all are in until I woke up in the cell.
I guess the question is, why are you here? I thanks you for saving me, but what is the reason you are here?
Well, I'm not here to hurt you, if that's what you're thinking. It's not my intention. Well, let's just say my curiosity got the best of me, as you know it always does. And I upsetted a few of the others. It wasn't intentional, obviously.
Yeah. Out of like, yeah, I want to ask, what do we know? Like, Luden is tasked with like knowing all things, right? But
Yes.
do we also know that he like feeds this information to the father?
That's a good question.
I pretty much also. I don't know at this second if I still can feed information to the father.
I mean, where did you though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like Etik squints like at him like like just like a piercing stare. Because like the reason why Etix got sent to the mortal plane is because she tried to use the Allfather's like his alcohol or his brew in one of her poisons. And so like she doesn't know, but maybe you let the Allfather know this was happening. So I think she says, well, if you're here and it's not the Allfather's will, that's interesting. But I gesture to Danlin and I, and a missing Agritar, which you would know is the god of war, are trying to gain our godhood back. And Allfather has laid some tasks before us, but the current one is we have to slay a Chaos Champion, or the Chaos Champion.
Find, not slay.
You just hear in the distance.
Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, find. Excuse me. I presume slaying comes next." And she says, as far as I know, it's somewhere past the lakes to the north. And I say, I presume if you help us with this, you will just gain your godhood back as we do. And the question this all began with returns, what can you do, Luden?
Since you have to, guess you have to find this particular champion. I know where he is.
Oh?
If he's still in the same area that I think that he is, that is.
I like tilt my head. I have pulled the cowl or the hood off, so I could, so you could see me and I could see you. And I say, well, and I like kind of make a hand gesture, out with it. I know this isn't normal for you, Luden, but transparency here will aid us greatly.
Well, I was asked to not say some time ago, but of course, in this particular situation, of course, I have to say, since we're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
You as well as I do.
And what Luden actually knows about this case is that the Champion of Chaos was another name for a twin serpent called Jormungandr, who was very much around this place about 200 or 300 years before. Since then, he split apart in a way, transformed into some two separate entities, which from time to time merge, and what comes out is pure chaos. Some people around here call it the Shiny Nights.
I nod.
Tracking down the thing in the process is very difficult, but maybe finding at least one part of it would be feasible. But you're not sure what form would it take, because hey, you don't know that.
Right. So after he discusses this, I say, I must think hard about it. If you have any plans, is our understanding like it's a total shapeshifter, right? Like it could take any form.
Yes.
Okay. I say, if you have any plans, then well, let me know. But I think the most immediate matter is arming our friend. I say, Daneland, I will have my friends purchase these things for you. What do you require? And I opened the sack of gold or whatever, the coin. How much do we have?
The sack has 500 coin.
Okay.
Well, I guess if we can do one thing, at least to find or to buy just two things from what I have before, what I had before, my quiver and my bow, and it would be enough for me.
Sure, 500 gold would cover it.
Yeah, we can at least pay for some guard who is guarding this, so we can sneak around and take it.
Uh-huh.
I think it would be enough to
I see.
bribe a guard.
Cleaver and bow, and you said bribe a guard to what?
To take them.
Oh no, I mean I have friends in this town. We don't need to bribe guards. I don't feel. So, let me think. Also, so that has to happen, and then we need to find a way to hunt it down. And it's a shapeshifter. I think I have something. But yeah, Etix goes and does just that. She tells her friends to buy these weapons. Do they comply? She gives them the money to do it.
So you give them money to try to bribe the guards to get magical items
What?
out
No.
of the prison.
No, I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I'm
Then
telling them to just get like the cleaver and bow, a bow and arrow.
I need specific ones.
no, he
Oh.
wanted those. He wanted the endless quiver and the bow of true shot.
Oh, okay.
That's why the 500 coin sum was laughable.
I
I
say to
probably
him-
can say that those people don't know what they have.
I wouldn't be so sure. You would definitely remember that upon entering the city, all your belongings were listed, especially the magical ones. You know, by the very, very good guard named Fubert, who has a keen eye for magical items.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so they definitely know what they do.
Okay, so if that's the case, then I guess I would say to him, perhaps a prayer is in order.
Make him give it to us. Can we convince him?
I mean, do you want to pray to the All-Father? To get your...
Etix looks at you expectantly, Daneland.
Well, Okay, we can try.
All right. And I say,
I'm doing it only in the worst cases.
I say, before he does,
Uh-huh.
like, I have no bond with Danelin. If I tried to assist him, what would that be?
That would be charisma.
So I roll my charisma to assist him.
Yes. So basically, all of you can assist Danelin in his prayer to the All-Father if you want.
Right.
So Danelin can roll charisma, and everyone else can roll charisma as well to help him. That's a thing. So, Danelin, do you want to pray to the All-Father?
Oh yes.
Yes.
But if I use it, I use it
Sure.
twice.
How
Okay.
charismatic is Danelin?
Oh, let's see.
Does he look like? Oh, you're just gonna roll?
No,
You're gonna
not-
tell me? Ah!
Not very good.
What is your charisma?
Let's hope somebody can help Danelin because if you both roll sixes, okay, thankfully.
I tried to help, but he buffed it. He buffed it to a 7.
He buffed it to a 7, but you still get the bad thing, Itix. So, first things first, it's a 7, and your prayer reaches to Notfarious, who promptly arrives, looks at Danelin, looks at you both, especially stops his gaze at Luden and says, "Well, how do you like that, huh? Mortality sucks, isn't it?"
Why do you always gotta make things so much of your joke? Please pick on me, man.
Yeah, probably. But we'll see. So, you wanted something, Danelin. What was it?
I just want my sins back from these people, greedy people.
Greedy, greedy humans, eh? I know how you feel. Don't worry about it, though. We'll see. So, your things, your magical things, let's try to get them outside of humans' hands now. Done! They're outside of human hands. You're welcome. So, if there's anyone else, just, you know where to find me.
Do you...
And by the way, Edix, there's something on your shoulder.
I look.
And there's definitely something on your shoulder. Let's see what that is. Oh. There's a small... Yeah, there's a small statue. Well, just a carved out little thing. It resembles a frog.
I like frogs, but I'm not sure if Etix does. Like,
It seems to be made of ivory or marble. You're not sure? Like, do you want to touch it and check?
I want to discern realities about it.
Sure. You can do that.
Okay, so what here is not what it appears to be.
I mean, it's a statue.
Okay, so just a statue, rock. There's nothing special about it.
I mean, there could be something special about it, but right now it's a statue.
Okay, I mean the question being like, it's as is.
Yes.
Okay. What here is useful or valuable to me?
The fact that there's a statue appeared out of nowhere. That
Okay,
could
so-
be useful, because it can give you some thoughts.
All right, and the last question being, let's see here. What is about to happen?
It's about to walk.
It's about to croak.
Yep.
All right, so it's not just a statue. It's like animated.
It is a statue.
Okay, So it's about to croak then.
Yes. For some reason.
I look at I look back at God of Chance. Is he like still being present for this thing, or is he like trying to go away?
He's almost waving his hand and trying to get into a portal.
I stop him.
Okay,
and
is he
just-
chanting words of power?
No, he's just trying to leave.
Alright.
I'm trying to stop him and ask, where's my belongings? I want them back.
I cast silence on the frog.
Okay, go ahead, cast silence.
Oh no!
Another frog.
Yeah, and whole room goes into silence, and you see that Notfarius's lips are moving, and he's basically trying to describe to you where all your things are, and he's saying this and that, and he's moving his hands, and he's making smiley faces, and he's very excited about what he did, and then he waves his hand and he leaves through the portal. There's still silence.
Cool. So, great. So is the frog like continuously croaking? I don't
No.
like this damn frog.
It's not croaking.
I decast the spell.
Uh-huh. You
Okay,
can't.
the first thing I said is, you
No.
owe me my sins.
You can say anything, but there's no sound.
Oh, still even after decasting the spell?
No.
Okay.
I just
So-
show to him with my hands.
Sure.
He what?
Tell you that you owe me. Now.
I give him a weird look, and I pass outside the room to buy Danelin his things.
So, Luden, Danelin, you are in the room in complete silence. Like nothing you do makes any sounds whatsoever.
I mean, we were able to like at least read.
Yeah, you can read.
Chance's lips.
At least you can sleep in quiet place.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, we were able to read his lips, right? As he was talking to us.
Read his lips?
Yeah.
That could be a defy danger with intelligence. maybe?
Could be,
I
yes.
might know how to do that. Just saying.
I would say that as a god you would be instantly able to do this, but as a mortal now it gets a bit more difficult. So yeah, roll me intelligence and we'll see how much of it did you understand.
Also,
Okay. You understood parts of it. Most of the things that he described with vigor and gestures were easier to understand. And basically he said that every mortal that ever held your weapons or magical items is now turned into some animal. And they can no longer hold them. And your items has been safely stored in sort of a can of sorts where there's no living things. So probably they won't be disturbed anytime soon. Enjoy.
great.
I guess I leave the room, and I'm guessing we both leave the room, and I pretty much relayed that to Dalen. And Edith, she's still there.
Yeah. You just want to leave the room, and outside of the room, like, do you talk in the tavern? Or do you go outside?
I mean, it's obviously we can't make a sound in the room that we're in. We're gonna have to speak somewhere.
I mean, yeah.
You can write down on some paper.
Okay, I'll
I
do
mean, you sure there's paper in the tavern?
Why not? In the room? It's possible.
There's a whole bunch of illiterate people. Why would they have paper?
that. I mean, we won't have paper on us, as nobody travels with writing utensils.
Just write it on the wall.
Write it on the wall.
Yeah.
Leave it there. guess I'll just find paper and
Find paper.
find paper
Okay,
and find it.
and so begins the Luden's quest for finding paper. Um.
Wait, do
oh.
you have adventuring gear?
Yeah, I should have adventuring gear.
I have only ring.
Can he like produce
no.
paper for this adventuring gear?
Well, no.
Paper per se, I wouldn't say that. Maybe some cartography toolkit. Maybe.
It's just a mundane item, you know, like something that he could write on, and then maybe some charcoal to create a mark, you know.
Yeah. Something like that could be used to create small maps. Yeah, could be. So if you want to use your adventuring gear, you can do that. Like, do you want to do that?
See, I don't think I have adventuring gear. Oh crap! No, I don't have one.
Nope. Then he can't.
I can't.
So yeah. Find paper. Good. Where do you go to find paper?
Oh, hold on. You do have adventuring gear. Are you a rogue
He made a character
from
for...
Class Warfare?
Yes.
So is he a rogue?
I don't know what he is, but he doesn't have adventuring gear. He didn't pick it up.
Wait, what? No, if he's a rogue, he starts with it.
Nope.
What do you mean no? Like it's part of Class Warfare character creation.
Depends on what he picked. He didn't pick tricks of the trade.
Well, yeah, he mixed and matched, right?
Yes.
So is he a rogue archetype?
Yeah.
Alright, so you have this as well.
I mean, if he forgot to put it in, that would be useful, yes.
So there's that, and you should remember that if someone's reading your alignment, you could tell them whatever you like.
Just tell him the page it's on, so it would be easier.
Page 330 to 332.
Yep. You can look it up later, but right now, you're safe to say that you have this things on yourself. And you already picked one weapon for yourself. You can pick a dagger, a healing potion, a lantern, ragged bow maybe, if you want. But I presume a dagger, a healing potion, or a lantern would be better.
Yeah, I'll probably take the dagger.
Okay. Cool. So you have dagger and adventuring gear. Done. So you can mark one use of adventuring gear and produce a map making toolkit. Like a small board with a piece of charcoal to make any types of writings you want.
I guess I pretty much write down what I heard and draw it out.
Yeah. And as the god of secrets, you would probably know that there's a very old cairn right next to the nearby lake, but it's filled with very angry draugr, which are how people here call the undead. So yeah. Maybe Dalen's things are there.
Well, we don't know unless we look.
Yep.
Indeed. So how does it go with me trying to find stuff for Daneland?
I mean, depends on what stuff you want to find.
I want to find leather armor. You can wear armor, right?
Yes.
Leather armor, a bow and arrow, and maybe a short sword.
Sure, you can find all of it.
Dagger for me, please.
Dagger.
Dagger.
Dagger, sure.
Okay.
How much that cost?
That would be 85.
85.
Yeah, 85 coin.
Okay, let's see.
Just be sure to buy a bunch of arrows, not just one quiver of arrows.
Yeah, hold on.
The more the better.
I got a feeling these guys are ripping us off hard. Because 500 coin is enough for a cottage.
You wanna bargain with some peoples?
I mean, I'm giving them to my friends, and they know their way around the market, right?
I mean, yeah, but do you wanna help your friends to fetch a good price?
I don't give a damn. Alright, fine.
Okay.
How much does a couple arrows cost as well?
Bundle of arrows?
Yeah.
That would be 6 coin.
Okay.
So
Just
two
buy
two
two
of
of
them.
Alright. Eventually these things are given to you by... would I be able to... is this all in like a sack? Or something?
I mean, you can put it into something, yes. In a bag.
Yeah, alright. I give it to you, Danelin. Presuming you're still in the silent room.
Yes.
I just nod to you.
Okay. Afterwards, I want to check on Fulgrim. And what is Luden up to, actually? If I pass him, I want to...
I don't know. What are you doing, Luden?
I'm guessing pretty much at this still time I'm going over the map I'm making. If this is the same moment.
Oh yeah, you can try to make a map, sure. So do you want it to be a perfect map?
I don't think it should be perfect, but just the general, because I don't think I'll make it good enough that we can not get lost.
I mean, let's check if you can make it good enough. That would be intelligence, definitely. And it's just basically describing how well do you put the locations on the map. So it would give you a chance not to get lost in an icy wasteland. So yeah, that's good enough. That's good enough. Not perfect, but good enough.
Okay. I want to talk to Luden, actually. So where are you? Are you in the silent room? Or are you in the hallway where everyone's eating?
I think since I'm pretty much maybe sitting down at the desk in the silent room. You probably have to like tap on my shoulder.
Yeah, she totally does that and gestures you to come out into the hallway. Oh, does Danelin look beat up? Like, is he got wounds and stuff? Or?
A little bit, yes.
Okay. Yeah, I gesture Danelin to come out as well. Does Danelin do so?
Yeah.
Okay. I say, I'm going to visit Fulgrim. I would most certainly desire your presence, Luden. But Danelin, if you feel too weary to travel with us, it's understandable. You could have my room for the night. Or the bed, I should say.
Well, I think it's good time for me to have a rest a little bit, because I have a lot of weird travel for the last days or weeks. So it would be kind of you to share your bed.
I nod. I say, this woman Fulgrim is tending to. Why does she want you dead?
Well, we had some long story behind. Basically, he wants me and possibly Agrata dead just because we tricked her and almost killed her when we escaped from the hell with her help.
I nod. I say, well, I could attempt to remove her from the situation if you'd like.
Well, it would be nice. I'd just don't want to hurt her anymore, and I don't want her to follow me anymore as well. So if we can resolve it somehow, it would be great.
I nod. I say, well, fortunately I don't have my tools with me, so getting her to be friendly is a story for perhaps a different time. But we must go, Luden, and I nod to you.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'd like to say thank you, and I think I'm out for today.
Alright.
Yeah.
I wave you off, and I go to Fulgrim in the Fishy Tavern.
I mean, we can. Yeah, it would be a good place. So I'll let you make a small dialogue with Fulgrim, and we'll wrap it up.
Oh, okay. No, we don't have to have that if you like. It's totally fine. Like I thought he was saying that in character.
No.
No. It's time for me.
Gotcha.
Okay. So it would be a good place to stop. Yes, you finally stopped at something that is not immediately dangerous to you, which is progress. That's definitely progress. Your lives are not in danger at the moment. So that's good. That's good.
I'm not sure about Agrata.
We'll get to him, don't worry. So, first things first. Didn't you forget to put your experience, Luden?
No, I put down my experience.
Okay, good. Now we ask the important questions. First of all, did you learn anything new about Mortal World?
I guess what I find Dalen's situation with whoever's trying to kill him new, or would I already know that?
I mean,
Prisons?
people do try to kill each other. Yes, that's a common thing.
Nothing new. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
You know that Robin got rich quick, but you know, we already, no.
Okay. So, did you finish a given quest? I would go on a limb and say no.
One step closer, maybe.
Yes, you are one step closer because, hey, now you have some heads up from the God of Secrets, who knew some things, which were useful. And did you prove yourself capable to achieve ascendance? I don't think so.
I mean, I stopped a frog bomb from going off, right?
Silence in the room.
Are you sure it was a bomb?
Not Farius, just out to get us.
Not serious? He's the one who's helping you. Come on. He's a good guy.
Can't trust that
Actually,
fucker.
question. I actually know what that does.
Oh,
Frog.
the frog?
Would I've known what it does.
You definitely know that it's a statue that is somehow remotely controlled by magic. You're not sure who is doing it and why, but yeah.
Yeah, it might have been a bomb. We don't know.
Yeah. Look, I failed the roll. There's no way it's a good thing.
Why do you think so? The fail of a roll does not mean it's bad. It's just it's something interesting. That's all.
Oh yeah.
I'm not as cruel as some GMs. It's always something interesting. So, alignments then. Luden, did you tell an elaborate lie and got away with it?
I think I've gotten away with doing.
Oh yeah, you convinced the god that he was in trouble because he didn't stop the guy who Danelan murdered in cold blood, and he was very concerned, but you choked him out. So yeah, you got away with it. Definitely. So yeah. Danelan.
No.
You just don't help animals. What's wrong with you? You had to help the rats in the cellar.
Maybe next time, while I'm searching for my possessions, I can find some animal to help on the way.
Maybe. So, Etix, you didn't really harm anyone, so...
You know, it's funny. Like, all right. So if I my memory serves, which it hasn't so far, but
Yeah.
On the kill count, I think Etix is not +1 but -1. Like she killed somebody.
Yes.
Yeah, she didn't kill anyone yet, right?
No.
Yet she's the god of poison.
Oh wait. You did kill some people. When you stormed the wagon with fruits.
Oh yeah.
You
you're
killed
right.
some of them and enslaved others. Yes.
You're right. Okay. We kind of brushed over that scene. You know?
Yeah. I know.
Okay, because I thought God of Secrecy, I had more kills than I'd. Okay. Continuing. Yeah, I didn't harm anybody this session.
I mean, the God of Secrecy didn't kill anyone. He incapacitated 2 guys, and that's all.
Oh, I thought he tried to choke one to death.
Yeah, he choked him, but not to death.
Oh, I thought it was to
Yeah, it was
death.
all incapacitation.
Yeah.
Got it.
He's walking clean.
Start off with a clean slate.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, if nobody has any questions or anything they want to share, anything?
This session felt very fast. Did we start an hour late?
We started half an hour late. Yes.
Ah, gotcha.
We've been at it 2.5 hours.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
No, the comments though.
Oh, that's cool. So, any questions from you, Luden?
No. I'm pretty good so far.
Okay, so you do understand that I'm just looking at your XP right now. You didn't start at 17 XP 10th level. You started at 0 XP 10th level. So now you would be 9th level and minus 3 XP. So that would be 9th level and 13 XP.
Oh, I thought I'd go from where you leveled up. Oh no, wait.
Yes, we going down. So now you choose what stat to lower and what move to get rid of. And you specifically get rid of the move that's 6 to 10. So yeah, that's a thing. But you'll have...
He says he's not cruel.
You'll have an entire week to think on that, like what you're gonna delete. So yeah, think of that. All right, gentlemen. I hope you had some funs, and I'll see you next Friday, because next Friday I will be available, and I hope all of you will be here too, as well as Agrata, who still need to get out of hell.
I think he loved it. He enjoyed it.
I mean, he has a talking sword, a talking hammer, and a talking furball from hell.
And a talking panther.
She's not talking to him. She doesn't like him too much.
He's talking, but he can't understand it.
Yes. All right. Well, it was nice playing with you, gents, and I'll see you next time.
Yep.